Doctor Who ratings rise as a returning villain leaves fans excited. Yes, this is another ratings video, and today I'm actually quite surprised to report that Doctor Who ratings are up. I definitely wasn't expecting this 100%. And this actually does give me a little bit more faith that the show can grow more in the right direction. So, yeah, let's break down these viewing figures and what they mean, and sort of what this means for the show, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just before we get into this, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications. We're trying to get to 100k subscribers on this YouTube channel, so I massively appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button for more Doctor Who content, because I release brand new Doctor Who content every single week. Currently it is multiple Doctor Who videos every single week. So yeah, what is not to love about this channel? Subscribe. More Doctor Who videos coming very, very soon, by the way. I've got a bunch of reviews coming pretty soon on some Doctor Who merchandise, and also a very exciting review on a prop replica. A very rare one as well. So yeah, a lot of things to look forward to Doctor Who related. So hit that subscribe button and let's get into this video. So, Doctor Who ratings are up this week for the third episode, The Well. And this came to me as a little bit of a surprise, because considering the first 2 weeks, I thought Doctor Who was going to be on a bit more of a downwards trajectory for the viewing figures, and as far as the viewing figures actually go. So let's have a little look and see what is being said about this. So, right here it says, Doctor Who continued on BBC One on Saturday the 26th of April with The Well, which scored an overnight audience of 1.9 million, which is very, very good, because I'm pretty sure the last episode got like 1.5 something. So we're looking good. It's on the up, which is very good news. I'm not going to lie. The consolidated rating will be released basically on the 5th of May. So, again, we've got to wait a little bit for the consolidated figures, but let's have a little look at what else is saying. Overall, Doctor Who was up over 300,000 on last week. So, yeah, that is definitely good. However, where it kind of loses its little bit of credibility is that they think that this is perhaps thanks to the football. So you're saying that 300,000 people more view Doctor Who because of the football. Okay, this might not be the smartest thing that has been said. I think there's a bit more to do with this, and I'm going to get onto that in a little bit. So, which aired directly beforehand, Doctor Who was BBC's second biggest primetime programme of the day, only behind the football. Yeah, that's bad if you're losing to the football. I'm not gonna lie. Probably one of the most interesting things to watch. I'd probably rather watch paint dry than watch a load of middle-aged, sweaty men kick balls around for like 2 hours. Yeah, that's not my thing. But, I mean, each to their own. But, looking at this, it only lost to the football, which means BBC wasn't having a great day if their second most viewed primetime show had 1.9 million viewers. Says a bit more about the BBC than it does Doctor Who. And yeah, it was the fourth most watched across all channels, behind ITV's Britain's Got Talent and the 1% Club. So yeah, fourth most watched, bit more down, but yeah, Doctor Who did pretty well in competition with television this week. Wouldn't like to compare it to any of the streaming shows that came out. Would be interesting to see them sort of viewing figures when compared to Doctor Who. But unfortunately, people aren't really comparing it to streaming it. They're comparing it more to traditional TV than they are to streaming, which is the direction that Doctor Who is actually going in. So, a little odd. But, nevertheless, I think Doctor Who is going in a little bit more of a better direction, because we have had a gain of over 300,000 people. Now, I don't think it's really to do with the football. A lot of people are saying that, but it's probably a little bit more than that. The Well has been undoubtedly an episode which people have been excited for. And if people are going to be excited for an episode, they're going to tell their friends, they're going to tell other people. And if there was an episode of this season that a lot of people are more likely to tune in and watch, it would be The Well. Because, well, simply because there was a lot of rumours about a returning villain coming back. So I think that would pull a couple more of the old Doctor Who fans back in who didn't watch the show, just to see what this returning villain is and what they kind of do with it. And the second reason why is a lot more people were talking about this episode, word of mouth. So I feel like this episode's gonna have like a little bit of that word of mouth effect where people sort of know Doctor Who's on because people are talking about it more. So, yeah. I also think that the villain of this episode was a lot stronger than... Yeah, the villain was just more overall exciting to watch, and there was just so much more mystery to this actual episode than there was the two previous ones. I mean, the two previous villains was Lux, which was a cartoon, which doesn't have the same appeal as like a returning Doctor Who villain. And then you've got the episode 1 villains, which were the robots and Owl, which were not great villains, I'm not gonna lie. So, let's take a little look at the consolidated proper figures. So, first of all, episode 1 and 2 overnights. So the drop off is pretty obvious in this. You've got the 2 million to 1.58 million, and then you've got the consolidated figures drop off, which is 3.57 to 3, which means over 570,000 people did not tune into episode 2 who watched episode 1. That's actually quite an insane drop off, I'm not gonna lie. Over 500,000, almost 600,000 if you put it in that. It's only 30,000 off of 600,000. So, pretty big drop off there. But let's have a little look at the episode 3 figures right here. So yeah, for episode 3, it is up to 1.86 million only overnights. And I should imagine the full 7 days should rise. Hopefully. So, very, very good on that terms of things. You know, you got a jump from 1.58 to 1.86. Looking very, very good. Yeah, so, yeah, looking really, really good on that front. Let's have a little look at the episode 1, just over the board. So episode 1 got 2 million overnights, 7 days were 3.36 million, and then the 7 days plus catch up was 3.57 million. So yeah, as you're going to see, it trickles up near the end here, but a lot of their viewership tended to be from just, you know, live viewing on TV, which it doesn't show that a bunch of people are using iPlayer. It still shows that a lot of people are watching this through the natural means of watching it on TV. So, episode 2, you have a similar trend. You have 1.58 million on the overnights. The 7 days are to be confirmed, and then you have 3 million on the overnights, plus 7 days plus obviously the catch up and everything. So, yeah, down from episode 1. So yeah, overall, this is a pretty positive thing. Doctor Who viewing figures are up, and I genuinely think that this rise in viewing figures was due to the episode having a bit of mystery about it, people telling other people word of mouth wise, and yeah, just the idea of a returning villain, I think, would have pulled a lot of people into watching this who wouldn't have watched it knowing that. So yeah, I think this is definitely a good thing, and as long as the viewing figures continue to go up and Doctor Who doesn't go back to crowbarring in the message as much as possible, because as soon as they start basically crowbarring the message into the episodes, the writing level just drops off a cliff. So the quality of the writing just drops off a cliff at that point, and you start getting really, really badly written episodes. So yeah, less of that and more just good, genuine storytelling, which for the most part, The Well was a genuinely good story concept, and I genuinely enjoyed that episode quite a lot. So yeah, if you want to see my full thoughts and opinions on The Well as an episode, go ahead and check out my full review and breakdown video that is out right now, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And yeah, that's basically the end of this video, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hit that subscribe button as usual, smash a like on this video if you want more Doctor Who content on this channel. Got so much more to release, so yeah, hit that subscribe button and smash a like on this video. That's basically it for this video, so thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe as usual, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.